Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on YouTube, Facebook, regionsports.com, and the IHSAA Champions Network. We come to you tonight from Viking Field as the Region Sports Network presents live coverage of Duneland Athletic Conference girls soccer as the Crown Point Bulldogs travel to take on the Valparaiso Vikings. I'm Captain Later. Now the play-by-play for tonight's action. Thanks for being with us here, everybody, on this late September Tuesday night. Valparaiso, the home team, coming in with a record of 7 wins, 4 losses, and a tie. They're 4-1 in Duneland Conference play. They're good for third right now. However, they could secure sole possession of second place tonight and put themselves in a position to take over the top half of the Duneland Conference standings with a win tonight over a Crown Point team who's been nothing short of dominant like they have been over the last several years. 12-1 overall, 5-0 unbeaten in Duneland Conference play. And the Bulldogs of Crown Point have won 20 consecutive Duneland Conference matches dating back to September of 2022. Time now for the game night forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast, it's a chilly one, slowly getting down to those fall temperatures. It is 68 degrees. The feels like, though, is 70 degrees. We have some humidity in the air. Wind out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. And away we go here on this Tuesday night. Crown Point looks to keep the conference winning streak alive against Valparaiso. The Vikings in the all-greens moving left to right. Crown Point in the all-whites moving right to left across your screen. The last conference loss Crown Point has suffered came against this Valparaiso team on that aforementioned date in 2022. Can the Vikings do it yet again against Dave Bach's program? That'll be the big question. Vikings also trying to make it a 2-for-1. It's their senior night tonight. They celebrated pregame with their families, friends, and supporters in the stands. It was a really cool ceremony. Well done by Valparaiso High School. Hannah Pesic, first touches for her, the star-studded forward for this Crown Point team. Her pockets picked. Looking down the line with San Juan, no options there. Cespedes stretches it out now for Sinise. One of the many players honored pregame for Valparaiso. Dangerous pass, and it's booted away by Brooklyn Rosenbaum, the junior midfielder who has really matured over the course of this season. You talk to the coaching staff, they love her in the midfield. She does everything this coaching staff asks for and more. It's a good challenge there. Jordan Villeneuve boots it away for Pesic. Had trouble handling it. And it's an early clearance there for the back line of Valparaiso. Vikings season, it's been really up and down to start, at least. Dropped 3 of their first 4. But since that tough 1-3 opening stretch to begin this 2025 season, the Vikings have won 6 of their last 8. And have only been defeated once in that span as well. The other non-victory was a draw a couple of weeks ago. Valpo's doing a good job keeping the pressure on early. It's a Crown Point team that has been so good in conference play. Just 1 goal allowed as a back line as Cebu throws a shoulder against Diana Cespedes. And down the line, Valpo will move. Sneaks through. Kristen, an early settling touch for her. They're trying to strike up the tempo. And it's an errant through ball from Cebu. Bulldogs, meanwhile, have been excellent since their lone loss of the season, a 5-1 defeat to Hamilton Southeastern. Crown Point's routed off 11 consecutive victories. Good boot there, Gary Billick. First time touching the sophomore midfielder, who has already matched her goal total on the season as well. Early going here. Valparaiso has done a good job putting the pressure on Crown Point, which is what many people thought Chesterton would have done last week when they made the trip over to Crown Point for a conference matchup between the two lone unbeatens in Duneland Conference play. And Crown Point got the better of them. A really impressive, complete 80 minutes from the Bulldogs that saw them defeat the Trojans, who reside just down the road from us here at Viking Field. That was a final score, by the way, of 4-0. Chesterton's moving it well down that far touchline. Petrov's got to throw it in. Salisbury. It's Hernandez. Switches now for Riley Beach. Into the area. Riley Beach. Centers one in there, and it's deflected away. That was a good center for Riley Salisbury. Good pressure, though, interior from the two center defenders. And they avoid what would have been an early road goal, which, as so many people know, the road team scoring first, a huge boost of confidence, especially when it's a team as dominant as Crown Point has been. Rosenbaum nearly intercepted the throw-in. Hernandez will let it roll out. And they're going to award that ball to Crown Point. Still no one has recorded a shot yet. San Juan trying to win the angle, and she does. It was well done by her. Tying that ball off. Keeping possession with the Vikings. Long throw in from Howlett. One of the other many seniors they honored prior to the start of the kickoff tonight. Six seniors were honored pregame, all of them in the starting 11 this evening for Rob Cespedes' program. Trying to close out their senior seasons, although they do have a couple of road games coming up and obviously playoffs they could host as well, but for now trying to close off their home slate in their final season of high school soccer on the ultimate high note. Orly Murphy, her first touch of the night, the goalkeeper for Valparaiso. 16 saves in the season. She hasn't had to make one yet, but she's fourth in the Duneland coming into the night in that category. Hemi Allen in there. That's taken away by Addie Sabu. Sabu was cut off, though. That was well defended for the moment by Cespedes. Hernandez still applying pressure for Crown Point. Rosenbaum got in there. And it's still with Crown Point. Kristen will be responsible for the free kick. Opening free kick for Crown Point in this one. Nearing the 10-minute mark of the match. Kristen curling in and headed away. This is one of 4 games in the Duneland Conference taking place tonight. This one, biggest implications, though, for the conference leaderboard. With the first place team and the team in third off of goals allowed, but record-wise will be tied for second, hosting them. Mormon, good centering ball. It's Caparelli. Caparelli down the line. Racing for it is Sinise. And sent away by Villeneuve. Good early chance though here for Valparaiso in the attacking third. And there's a hard foul. Capillari will be whistled for. No booking though yet from our officials in the gold tops, black shorts. Christian looking down the line. Cebu's there. So is Riley Beach. Beach is a good attacking option. And well played there. Emmy Allen slows down the pace of play for a moment. Allows her teammates to get back into the defensive third of the pitch. Still with Crown Point. 10 minutes in. No score. We haven't had a shot yet either between Crown Point and Valparaiso. Vikings hosting their senior night this evening. As of right now, in a matchup that would could have first place implications on the line. Capillari, not the most accurate pass. Ruined the run there for a couple of her teammates. Valpo still with it. Emmy Allen. Good run here, a handball. Grace Ely. And so Crown Point will take over. Valparaiso's lone loss, a 3-0 defeat to Chesterton. And their lone loss in conference play, I should clarify. That was back on September 2nd. Chesterton on the road at a very quality Lake Central side. Lake Central 3-1 in Duneland play entering tonight. And if LC wins, things get very interesting at the top if Valpo is able to pull off the upset this evening. You'd have a clump of one-loss teams in conference play. What a goal! It's Lily Maldonado with her first goal of her varsity career. And just over 11 minutes in, Crown Point strikes first.
Goal by Lily Maldonado.
So now Valpo in the hole here. The Vikings are just talking about how if they're able to pull off the upset, couple that with a LC win at home over Chesterton, things will get very interesting. Still obviously a lot of soccer left, but tip of the cap though to Lily Maldonado. That right there, an early candidate for our proud to be Union home play of the game. Just 11 minutes into the match. That was a phenomenal goal scored by Maldonado. She recorded an assist, the first of her varsity career, back on September 13th against Goshen. And now she has her first varsity and high school goal. And it's a thrilling one from the edge of the area. And while we're on the subject, we remind you to stay with us after the game when we'll name the proud to be Union play of the game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a Union Ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. It's the opening shot of the match as well, too. Back line now. Villeneuve. Christian Good clearing attempt there. Is that a foul there on Sabu? No, it's not, says the official. Play on. Mia Smith, ran out of real estate. She recently entered 5th in the Duneland in goals. Always a threat on the attacking side of the pitch. There's that ball's cleared away by Crown Point. So Valparaiso, who came into this match with 5 clean sheets in its last 8, surrender a goal just past the opening 10 minutes of the match. 11 minutes in, it's Lily Maldonado's strike. That's the difference on the scoreboard so far. Petrovska will let that one roll out of touch. Hurries that one in immediately. That was well defended from Valparaiso. Looking for the switch, it was there. Smith tried to one-touch it over. It's a Caparelli. Billick. Play on. Foul drawn by Pesic. Crescent will take it from the halfway line. 15 minutes in. That was really well defended. That's a handball there on Rosenbaum. Valparaiso wants to move quickly. Billick thought about it for a moment. Instead, she'll slow the pace down. She'll allow Grace Ely to take it, senior defender. One of the 6 seniors honored prior to tonight's match. She'll look right for Smith. Headed in there by a Bulldog. It's Howlett. Well defended, though, by Crown Point. Beach. Sabu. Great speed. Passage is your option if she switches it. She does. Hannah Passage is there, but the pass is wide. And collected by Lorelei Murphy. San Juan now. What a ball down the line if Smith can get there. Edge of the area. And Sam Quick, her first touch of the night, sends it out of play. She's second in the conference in saves, the senior keeper. 16 career shutouts. Still Valparaiso. Howlett on throwing responsibilities here on the near side. And a massive number of subs enter in for Crown Point. 7 players enter for Dave Bach's side. Almost a full line change that you'd see in hockey. Scott, one of the main players who just entered, taken away by Smith. And Valparaiso player is down. They're calling for the trainer immediately. He's hunched over right now. So head coach Roberto Cespedes, as well as the athletic trainer on site, taking a look at, we believe that's Emmy Allen, who's down and getting medical attention right now. And while they take a look at her, we'll step aside. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to enjoy German-inspired fair and polka tunes at Oktoberfest from noon to 10 p.m. on October 4th at Bulldog Park. There will be hay rides, contests, and more. And Meow was able to walk off the pitch on her own power. Good to see that. Hopefully we'll see her later in the match today. Murphy has trouble fit. Trying the left foot was Pagoric, and it whistles out of touch, and it will be Valparaiso ball. And a fast-paced opening 18 minutes here with Crown Point having the advantage. San Juan got cut off there by Salisbury. Still with Valparaiso, though. Vikings 7-4-1 overall, 4-1 in Duneland play. Their lone loss, a 3-0 defeat against their rivals in Chesterton. However, Vikings have won 6 of their last 8 matches since starting the year, 1-3. Salisbury, great job defending on the pass from San Juan. San Juan, edge of the 18. San Juan curling away from that back post. And it's still going to be Valparaiso ball. Was cleared away off the line. I hear a couple of fans saying they'll take that. Valpo needs every opportunity they can get. It's a really stout defensive club in the Crown Point Bulldogs. 1 goal allowed so far in conference matches this season. Bulldogs have allowed just 9 overall in 2025. That ball looking like a pinball right now, and it finally sees a stoppage. As we have the halfway mark here in this one, Lilia Maldonado will go 11 minutes into this one for Crown Point. The difference on the scoreboard, her first of her varsity career. And it gives Crown Point a early road advantage as they try to extend their conference match winning streak to 21 matches. Their last conference loss came against Valparaiso in Crown Point on September 20th, 2022. It was a 2-1 Viking victory. Vikings now knowing that they're going to need 2 goals if they want to win this match tonight. But you've already talked about 2 goals against Crown Point, really tough to do. Bulldogs have only allowed more than 1 goal twice this season as Murphy lays claim to it. And their lone loss on August 22nd against Hamilton Southeastern, one of the top programs in the state. As Villeneuve plays on for Christen. Taken away, though, by Billick of Valparaiso. Looking wide for Mormon. Had it for a moment was Wallace. And Billick taken down. And she wins possession back, and the other was 2 goals and an 8-2 victory for Crown Point at home against Harrison back on September the 8th. That's it. They've only conceded 1 other goal outside of those 2 games, and it was on the road at Portage, a match in which Crown Point won 9-1. It was a second half. I don't want to call it garbage time because it was 7 minutes into the second half, but it was already 6-0 Crown Point at the half, so the game was already pretty much decided at that point. Cespedes boots it away through contact as well. She was not letting a Crown Point player get to that ball before she did. Ellie Vester, first touches for her to Villeneuve. Looking for the switch, though, with Rihanna Grish. Grish wanting to move quickly, looking for Lemke. That was good defensive work there from Valparaiso. Salisbury still controlling possession for Crown Point. Riley Salisbury looking for an angle. And it was cut off well there. Two defenders, Grace Healy, the last one in there to secure it. Will be a first corner kick of the night, though, for Crown Point. But that was well defended, though, once again from the back four of Valparaiso. It floats around the area, and it's cleared out. Well defended once again. Valpo's doing whatever they can at this point. That was Mia Smith who cleared it. That one will float out of play as Valparaiso will call for a substitution. And it's Ava Brubaker who enters for the first time in this one. Lemke lost touch of it. And it's Addie King now at the back. One of those 7 players who entered in that mass sub a few moments ago for Crown Point. Good one, too, from Lemke to Salisbury. Salisbury looking for Lemke. Angle was cut off. And Lemke gets it back, though. Down the line for Ariana Scott. Scott wins the race towards the corner flag. Does she stay in bounds? Yes, she does. Dances around a defender, tries to get around a second. She's upended. And it will be a yellow card right at the edge of the area. I believe if it's not a corner, it's going to be a tough angle free kick, and it will be. Lemke will take it. It's about as close as you can get to a penalty. Yes. It is a yellow card issued, our first booking of the night. Lemke will take it as the clock pauses with 15:14 left. It was Cespedes who's walking off. I believe she'll be the one who goes in the book. An explanation was given to Coach Rob Cespedes of Valparaiso. Lemke to take it. Right-footed, curling towards the back post. No one was there to head it home. It angles towards the corner flag. It was well played, keeping it in. Rosenbaum centering one. Ends up going right into the grasp of Murphy. Down the line, Scott again. She's so quick. She's bumped off the ball. Scott somehow keeps it in, then loses her footing. Fezzik was the one who displaced her. And Valparaiso, it's a much-needed throw-in. Cespedes re-enters for Valpo after the yellow card. Moorman will get a breather for the first time for the Vikings. Salisbury looking for the switch. King. Vester over the top. And it's taken away. San Juan charging in. Christen came off the back line of that defense. Keep possession with Crown Point. Once again, Ely playing well, stabilizing the back enough, keeping Valparaiso in it as we see Murphy get set for a goal kick. Hangs around midfield, and Salisbury will play it back for Eddie King. Bulldogs of Crown Point have scored now 56 goals in 2025. They came in averaging just over 4 goals a match. They've only surrendered 9 as a team. That's, by the way, looking for the math on that. Across 13 games played, it's the decimal will round up to 0.7 goals a match allowed. Good switch from Mia Smith now. Valparaiso could develop something here quickly. Mia Smith has the pace, waiting for options as she slows it down. Howlett was there. Cespedes stretches it now. McGinty. Cespedes overruns it. Allen going to hang on to it. Over the top, and Scott will let this roll out of touch. What could have been there for Valparaiso was very short-lived. Ely now. Wins it back for the Vikings. Valparaiso, meanwhile, after struggling in the non-con, have really come alive here in Duneland play. 4-1 in the league. But they have a goal differential entering tonight of plus 28 in conference matches alone. And in this 8-game span when they've won 6 of those matches and have only lost 1, they do have a tie in there. The home side of Vikings have outscored its opponents in that span 32-2. Hangs in there. And this will be a corner kick for Crown Point. Trying to double the lead shortly before half. Here in the 30th minute. On tap, 1-0, the 11th-minute goal from Maldonado. The difference on the scoreboard. Handling towards the back post. Headed there. May have hit the post. And it's ultimately ruled offsides. So another golden opportunity. They're gone by the wayside for both sides. This half has really been the missed chances. Crown Point has now had a free kick in a couple of corners. They have no goals off set pieces yet in this one. Valparaiso just one shot was off target from San Juan in the 19th minute. That was it. Dangerous ball. Scott. Center of the pitch, angles left. Headed towards the corner flag, and She just simply lost it. Valpo fresh off a year in which they went 14-5-2, 5-2 in Doolin conference matches, to which they finished third in the league. One of those two conference losses was to Crown Point a year ago, in which Bulldogs won by a score of 3-2. It was a really fun back and forth match at Crown Point. It was 1-0 Bulldogs at the half, a game that took place in Crown Point. Valpo put up 2 second-half goals. Crown Point had 2 second-half goals. All 3 Crown Point goals were scored by Hannah Pesic, who's now their leading goal scorer here in 2025. Valpo got goals from Smith and Mormon. Lemke. Out to throw it in. Headed away by Hernandez. Trying to win the angle, and she does. Capillari just shoved the defender right into the ball. Wins possession. Capillari has it again, and she chips it wide. Immediately looks down in her shoes. I think she knew she didn't get the cleanest strike on that one. A couple of options were there inside the 18 for her disposal. I guess she was trying to chip it over the defense for a couple of centering options or back post options. Either way, inside 7.5 left to play here in the opening half. Score remains 1-0 Crown Point. Valpo has always played Crown Point tough, regardless of who wins. Full 80 minutes is required for either side if they want to win this match. It's Pesic looking down the line for Cebu. And a necessary just clearing touch there. Still keeps possession with Crown Point, but will tack off a bunch of necessary seconds off the clock here. As we near 6.5 left in the half. Minor coming up at halftime. We will have notes and nuggets from the first half, as well as a couple of announcements and things to keep in mind as we go towards the second half. That's all coming up at the half here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. They play keep away in the corner, and ultimately it awards and will land with Valparaiso. Vikings trying for one final push here in the opening 40 minutes at home. They played really well to start, too. It was a very clean defensive game. Maldonado just kind of left open in the middle of the pitch. She hadn't scored in a varsity game prior to that moment, but she capitalized. A booming strike from just outside the area. Villeneuve taken away by Howlett. Capillari. And Valparaiso can't just generate anything. That's the one thing that Crown Point's been so good at this season. They pride themselves in it as well. As once they get a lead, they become just nails at the back. Cebu stretching it now for Pesic. Hannah Pesic and against Fezit. Fezit just boots it out of play. Schwarzkopf now up ahead. Capillari. Schwarzkopf. Cespedes tried to head it away. She couldn't. Ely can. Down the line, if Scott's onside, she's a chance. She's off, though. Scott was leaking that way prior to the pass. Trying to go for goal in what could have been her 7th of the season. No one clanks off the side of Cespedes' head. Let's hope she's okay. She was shaken there for a moment. Kristen. Ely. Well played. Capillari comes off. Billick rejoins for Valparaiso. Inside 3.5 left in the half. Schwarzkopf somehow got by 2 defenders. Billick looking for friendly faces. Sends it back. Brubaker looking for an option. Fezzik takes away the lane for a moment, but still there now for Crown Point. And that was Emmy Allen with a quality boot through the left foot, just keeping the pressure away for as long as possible. Once again, Howlett trying to do the same. Hangs in there for Crown Point. No options really for Valparaiso. Here's Scott. Sabu and Scott nearly collide with each other. Rosenbaum laid it off. Pass attempt for Hernandez, take it away. Race for the ball, Christen. All too easy for her. Billick. And we'll follow Crown Point as we land into the final 2 minutes of the opening half here in Crown Point, here in Valparaiso, as Crown Point leads 1-0. Lee Maldonado with the goal. First of her varsity career. The freshman who just keeps getting better and better as her first season at the top level of high school soccer rolls on. That's deflected. Could be Valpo ball, and it is, as they move down the line. 90 seconds left. Billick. Here's Valpo. Cespedes. That was well defended. Sajas with the block. It's Billick looking down the line. Deflected out of touch. Still with Valparaiso. 60 seconds left in the first half. The equalizer needs to come here. It needs to come quickly. Schwarzkopf. Billick plays the bicycle. Brubaker. Cespedes. Pressure's on for the counter. Well evaded there from Valpo. Howlett. 35 seconds left in the half. Howlett. Brubaker in traffic. Christen trying to chip it over everyone. She couldn't. Cespedes with it for Valparaiso. $15 to go. Howlett. Looking for Brubaker. 10 seconds. Howlett looking inside for Smith. Villeneuve will let this roll towards the corner flag, and that will end the first half. So Crown Point strikes first yet again in a match this season. The 11-minute goal from Lily Maldonado, the early and only difference for our first 40. Halftime show and report coming up next. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell. This is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, week 5 of the high school football season approaching us. We have a girls golf sectionals beginning this week. Tell me I'm losing my mind. It doesn't seem possible that we're already there. And on top of that, October the 12th will be the pairing show for football. So help me understand what's going on.
You know, the days get shorter, coaches, and as the days get shorter, we get close to the tournament season, and that's, just right around the corner. You know, girls golf, we started back the first week of August, and they've been playing and getting better, and we're going to start the March Storage Prairie View Golf Course where we hold the state finals here this weekend, so it's shaping up to be a really good tournament. But, yeah, time flies in football and pairing shows and, you know, everything that we do as far as fall sport offerings is right around the corner. We're excited to get there, but the good thing is we're ready. You know, we plan every day for our tournaments and constantly have conversations with people who are going to host for us, our great member schools. Let's see what kind of spin we can put on this year's chapter of IHSAA sports.
If you want to be a real sports fan, you need to think about becoming a licensed official in the IHSAA. It's a shortage. It's a problem, not just here in Indiana, but across the country. So give that a thought. What can people do, Paul? Can they go to a portion of your website and find out how to get involved in becoming a licensed official?
Yeah, the easiest way is to go to ihsaa.org, and there's a tab at the top of the page that has the word officials on it. If you simply click on that officials, it'll start walking you through the process. And you know, we encourage people. We love to play the game. And one way you can always stay connected is becoming an official. And we've got, I constantly hear from officials about how much they enjoy it, number one, but how close they've become to other other officials. And it's really kind of it's a neat group of guys. I mean, they play golf together and they learn how to become better officials. And I know some that even travel together when they're going on vacation. They become that close with other officials. And I always tell people, you never have to quit playing the game. You just got to do something different. Some people coach it, some people watch it, but
right.
The best thing to do is go out and officiate these contests.
We've talked about a lot of things. You're on the road still, meeting with your constituents around the state in your annual fall meetings with schools. I'm hopeful that continues to be successful and beneficial for everybody with everybody involved.
It is. It's so important for us with 410 member schools now for us to get out and meet with each of them. And we travel to 8 different spots around the state over a period of time, and we want to present information, but also we want to be on a listening tour. And whether we're talking in the hallway before or after or during the meeting, it gives us a chance to touch base with our membership because not all of our schools look the same. And if you're at Shakamak with a 1A school, it looks different than if you're at Carmel High School here in central Indiana.
We continue to march toward the end of football. Week number 5 is upon us as we speak. To this point, you and the rest of your staff have done a masterful job of handling the weather.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Weather is certainly something that's very important to us. People get out in nice nights, but Coach, one thing now too, if we do end up with a bad weather evening, there's an opportunity to watch these games on ihsatv.org, and you can get out and a lot of games are broadcast on Friday and Saturday nights, and there's a chance to continue to watch the games, even if the weather's not so great. And we would encourage people to try that option also, if the weather dictates that.
Once again, Commissioner, thanks for your time. Be safe on the highways, and thanks for all you do.
Thanks, Coach. And everybody tune in to Friday and Saturday night as you travel home so you can listen to Coach talk about all the great games in the state.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Mayor Pete Land of the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, "Go Bulldogs!" Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to enjoy German-inspired fair and polka tunes at Oktoberfest from noon to 10 p.m. on October 4th at Bulldog Park. There will be hayrides, contests, and more. Halftime here in Valparaiso, Indiana. Home side of Vikings trailing 1-0 to the Crown Point Bulldogs, who look to extend their conference match winning streak to 21 tonight. Lily Maldonado, her goal the lone difference 11 minutes into the match, the first of her varsity career. It was a booming strike that I think caught everyone off guard, including the keeper Lorelei Murphy. And that's the only difference on this scoreboard. A couple of halftime numbers for you. Very defensive-minded first 40 minutes. Just 3 combined shots overall, 2 for Crown Point. Both of those on target. The one shot from Valparaiso came from Maria San Juan in the 19th minute. It was an off-target shot as well. So no shots on target yet for Valparaiso. Both the Crown Point shots were on target. Besides the Maldonado goal in the 11th minute, Rosenbaum had one in the 25th minute. That was a routine save for Lorelei Murphy. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowd Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Crowd Companies, the insurance professionals. And at the conclusion of the game, we'll also name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. Couple minutes left until halftime. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half for you. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step toward your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs! Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to enjoy German-inspired fare and polka tunes at Oktoberfest from noon to 10 p.m. on October 4th at Bulldog Park. There will be hayrides, contests, and more. Gavin later, and join your company here on the Region Sports Network as we begin the second half of play. Valparaiso will kick off down 1-0 with the Lily Maldonado 11th minute goal, the difference on the board. But Valpo have only generated one chance to Crown Point's two. It's been a very defensive-minded first half of play. Vikings are hoping they can generate a couple more chances here and not this one up. As we are officially underway, Brubaker boots it with the right foot. It is Valpo on the attack early. That chance cleared away by Salisbury of Crown Point. What's at stake? Well, possible first place implications on the line tonight. Valparaiso 4-1 to Crown Point's 5-0. Keep in mind, Valparaiso lost to Chesterton, who's 4-1, who lost to this Crown Point team. However, Chesterton's playing a really good Lake Central team tonight. So still a lot to be decided in the Duneland Conference. Still a pair of conference games across the board. And there's an early foul here in the second half. Eva Sajas drew it. And here's Christen. Will be, as always, on free kick responsibilities. Right-footed. It curls towards Cebu. Hangs up there. It's Sajas. Petrovska looking for Cebu again. Cebu cut off the defender. Couldn't win the ball, though. Vester thought she had it, but she didn't. Healy stretches it for Smith. Smith looking down the line, no option there. Vikings are still the last team to beat Crown Point in a conference regular season match, believe it or not. Bulldogs have won 20 consecutive conference matches dating back to September 20th of 2022 when Valpo took them down 2-1 when the Valparaiso Vikings traveled to Crown Point in that match. Crown Point trying to make it 21. Consecutive unbeaten seasons in league play. Third straight 5-0, or fourth straight 5-0 start, I should say. Trying to go for their third consecutive 6-0 start in Duneland Conference play. Cebu leaves it off for Sajas. Grish trying to win that battle against Fezit. Couldn't do it. Mormon. Oh, look at that move to get around Vester. And a pass just a little too out of reach of Capillari. And we'll wind up back with Crown Point, but that was a really sweet move there by Evie Mormon. That's a great chip. Now it's Petrovska getting over everyone looking for Riley Beach. Ely cuts her off. And it's a huge clearance there. Beach had what appeared to be an inside track to possibly the second goal of the night for Crown Point, and that opportunity was sent away. And the chance now whistled away with a handball. Healy looking for Smith. Salisbury heads it out of touch. Valparaiso just one shot in the match. San Juan was off target 19 minutes into the match. And you could almost make the case that she was looking to find someone on the back post for a curling cross. Instead, goes down as a shot. Great header there from Allen. Player took a tumble. And Grish intercepts the pass. Sajas. Grish. Can she win it? No, she can't. Allen does and just sends it out of touch. 5 minutes in. And as you'd expect, Crown Point already threatening. Passage. Or Sabu rather whistled for the foul. She's in disbelief. Healy. Cespedes for Smith. Cespedes lost her footing. Sajas looking long for Grish. And a little too long. And the run is halted. Mormon trying to switch. Bezit, she stumbled. Turf Monster got her too. Artificial surface field here in Valparaiso, Indiana. Can cause for issues like that. You see it a lot in football. You're going to see it a lot more here in soccer too. Petrovska. Sabu was there. Just kind of whiffed on it, she did. And Crown Point with an opportunity here in the attacking third. Mormon. Evie Mormon. For Mia Smith. Salisbury now for Crown Point. Vester. Mormon. Good challenge there. Wins the ball back for a moment. Now they secure possession of it with Allen. Yes, looking for Smith there coming from Ely. And prior to the throne, a couple of re-entries here for Crown Point. So far, we've yet to see a shot here in this second half, 8 minutes in. Crown Point, though, pitch tilted in their favor right now. Salisbury Turning, looking for options, plays it safe. Christen. Petrovska at the back. It was firm for Grish. And Mormon clears it away. Petrovska. Looking for Sabu. That was headed away there by Fessett. Hernandez. Referee getting ready to signal. He says play on. Riley Beach against Howlett. Salisbury there for her. And that was well played by Mia Smith. And we have a player down for Valparaiso. And throwing. We've got her in the head. And while training staff takes a look at her, we'll take a break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, Go Bulldogs! Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to enjoy German-inspired fare and polka tunes at Oktoberfest from noon to 10 p.m. October 4th at Bulldog Park. There will be hay rides, contests, and more. Cespedes is able to walk off with the help of a trainer. Let's hope she's okay. On the throw-in, the ball that just hit her right in the head. She went down immediately there on the ground for a few moments there. Well, getting that medical attention when you were away. Well, now it's back to action here. 10 minutes in to our second half. Still 1-0 in favor of Crown Point with the Lily Maldonado 11th minute goal. The difference in this one. Christen looking long. Lemke. Grish was there. Passing lane sealed up. That's a long through ball if it was there, and it's a necessary touch for Sam Quick. Good 1-2 there for Crown Point. Looking for Sabu down the line. Emmy Allen chasing after her. Sabu against Allen. Sabu Defenders coming to help her out, and Ely, she turns the corner and earns a corner kick. So, a Crown Point side that has been 0 for 3 on set pieces. Failed to convert on a corner kick from just outside, or a free kick rather, from just outside the penalty area, and then haven't scored on a corner yet this evening. Let's see how their third corner of the night goes. Floats up high in the air. Pesic was there trying to head it there. Good hold from the Vikings for a moment. Petrovska looking back post, and it deflects in off a defender for a goal. It's an own goal for Valparaiso. Petrovska, last touch for Crown Point, and she was angling for a defender for a teammate making a run towards the back post, and it's 2-0 Crown Point. That is heartbreaking for Valparaiso, who have been very sturdy on defense this evening. And now all of a sudden find themselves chasing 2-0 after a very uncharacteristic mistake. Intrigued to see who gets credit for the goal there. Petrovska obviously put it into a dangerous area for the Valparaiso defense, and it was proven there on an own goal. So how can the Vikings get creative? They need answers, and unfortunately with 27 minutes left and counting, they need them quickly. Christen. Sabu there. Ely played that well. Fezit bumped off the ball by Lemke. Nothing there though, says the official. Rosenbaum down the line. Beach racing after it. Riley Beach. Plays it safe. Howlett again. Beach got around her. Trying to center one, and Ely once again played that ball so well. Sabu punches it towards the corner flag, and it will be a throw-in for Valparaiso. Vikings have only lost one match in their last 8, but are on the ropes here at home against Crown Point. Bulldogs, meanwhile, trying to extend an in-season 11-match winning streak and a 20-match conference winning streak, dating back to late September of 22 when Valparaiso beat them on their own turf 2-1. Fezit. Oh, what a challenge there. Rosenbaum still with it. Beach down the line, just runs out of real estate. How about Brooklyn Rosenbaum, though? They talked about how much they loved her at midfield. And Dave Bach has talked about how well she's stepped into the role of being the primary center defensive mid, and it's 3-0. Bulldogs strike again. 15 minutes into the second half. And put the icing on a really impressive road victory at Valparaiso, a Vikings squad that had looked really good and were playing at top form coming into the match. And now find themselves on the wrong side of a 3-0 scoreline. It was Adi Cebu with the goal. That's Cebu's 12th on the season. That's now 2 straight shots, 2 straight goals for Crown Point. Beach in pursuit as that one rolls out of touch. Hernandez trying to chip that one forward. Got swiped right away. It was Scott. Playing it back now, Christen. Villeneuve. They're in defensive mode right now. Inside the final 25 minutes of the match. Healy. Mormon from long range, and it's wide. Quick looks to play it short. And she plays it over everyone. Sajas in pursuit. Somehow it gets through to Brubaker. Down the line now. Wallace. Lauren Wallace with Salisbury on her heels. That was defended away. It is a corner kick. First of the night for Valparaiso is Salisbury with last touch. Heavy Mormon with the corner. Vikings desperately need a goal, and they need it quickly here. Chasing 3 goals. Mormon, right-footed, in-swinger. Headed by Smith, and Quick just got enough of it to slap it away and then collect it herself. Sajas now for Crown Point. Stretches it. Scott stumbled. So did Hernandez. All of a sudden, Valparaiso playing with more pace. And there's a foul. Hernandez. Healy now will take it, surveying her options. In the direction of Mia Smith. Howlett. Still Valpo. Mia Smith got by a couple. It's chipped away. Capillari will throw it in. Smith. Mia Smith cutting inside. Inside the 18. Got deflected, and it will be a corner kick for Valparaiso. First one nearly resulted in a brilliant goal for Mia Smith. They're going to have Mormon take it again as we approach the halfway point here in the second half in the final quarter of this match. Heavy Mormon. Right-footed again. Hangs in there, headed away. Fezzik keeps it for Valpo, stumbles, trying to find a passing option, none there. Allen, Capillari, and eventually Crown Point wins it back. And they're on the counter again. Howlett down the line, Capillari came to collect it. Sajas now. Good defensive work from Mormon. Gets it off her foot. They now stretch it here. They battle for it at the corner flag. It's Maldonado. Salisbury hesitated for a moment and it cost her. Billick. Billick chips it through. Mia Smith bumped off the ball by Villeneuve. Smith in pursuit again, and Villeneuve sends it away.
And sessions will be closing in under 5 minutes. And sessions will close in 5 minutes.
Mia Smith now got by 2. Smith trying to get around a third. Threw it on net. It bounces off the crossbar. And it is a save. Smith has peppered Sam Quick the last couple of moments. And that will finally bring on a couple of subs for Crown Point. Billick going to spread the field. That's a great ball. Mormon was there. Billick recovers. Mormon's onside. And her shot deflected by Christen. Brubaker looking wide. Billick, Mormon down the line. Does Wallace have the pace to get to it before it runs out of play? She doesn't. Clock running as we're inside. 17 minutes left in this match. 3-0 Crown Point. As Addie Sabu's on the attack. Options were there. Bad pass from her. Vester. Fezzik, bad pass of her own. The pressure's on again. Grish sent away by Fezzik. Crown Point saw Maldonado score in the 11th minute of the first half, then 11 minutes in the second half. Own goal from Valparaiso. His last touchdown by Petrovska of Crown Point. Through ball for Ariana Scutt, meanwhile. She recovers it. So does Crown Point. Vester. Grish. Down the line was there. Ely chips it out. It'll be a throw-in near the corner flag. And then Sabu recorded her 12th goal of the season, second on the team in that category. 15 minutes in to the second 40. Petrovska boots it high in the air and will spin out of play. Here in the 25th minute of the second half. Mind you, that always coming up after the conclusion of this one. We'll have some post-game awards to hand out to some players of the game and plays of the game. That's all coming up after full time and will be part of our post-game show. Valpo looking for 3 late dramatic goals, though, to keep everyone here longer and delay the awards being handed out. They've generated a couple of really good chances. The last 2 shots on goal have belonged to the Vikings of Valparaiso High School. Lemke. San Juan, who re-enters here in the second half. Had a touch for a moment. Cebu again. Crescent for Quick. Mind you, she couldn't pick it up there either. Villeneuve. Maldonado. Pass a little too strong. And there's a foul. That's as clear as day and will be the easiest one the officials will probably have to make tonight. It's Ariana Scott who was signaled for it. Lemke intercepts the free kick. Scott for Cebu. Now wide looking for Grish. And Claire Fezit plays that one well. Cebu wearing the armband. And she draws a foul. Or no, gets whistled for one, I should say. "13 minutes left here. Sense of urgency you can start to see waning a little bit for Valparaiso. Ely has to get it out of the danger zone very quickly here. Cebu on coming. Allen chips it over midfield. Grish has it there. Well played by the Valparaiso defender. So that one could have been a run for Crown Point. But Trout's got to throw it in. Intended target was Cebu, not Fezit, but Fezit knocks it away. Billick, the defender falling in front of her. It was Rosenbaum who just started looking at her cleats in the turf as well, so I'm assuming the turf monster got to her too. Billick again with it. Inside 12 minutes left. McGinty.
Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it? It was really nice. I don't even see that very often. That was really slick. What do you call it, Elton? Really nice.
Schwarzkopf. Back to Billick. Options in front. Billick. She got around Vester. Mormon was onside. Still with it. Mormon.
Looking good, Danny!
Another shot on goal for Valparaiso. It's what they need at this point. This is now Rihanna Grish for Crown Point. As we're in the 30th minute of the second half, 70th minute of the game. Pass attempt. Sails wide. This rate, Crown Point seems more than likely to hang on to this one. Vester giving chase. And the Bulldogs, obviously, you play the games, that's why it matters. But given the way Maryville has performed this season in Duneland play and just this season overall, when the Bulldogs travel to Maryville next Tuesday night, odds are they could likely be heading for another unbeaten season. Riley Salisbury dancing between defenders. Rosenbaum dropped from behind. Play on, says the official. Cebu in all alone, and she drags it wide. And Crown Point will obviously go into that Maryville match as heavy favorites, but opportunity to go 7-0 yet again in Duneland play. They did it last year. They did it the year prior as well. They haven't lost a conference match since 2022. They still went 6-1 that year too. They are a machine. Inside 9 minutes until they've won 21 consecutive conference matches. Petrovska. Ely, she's played really well defensively tonight. Billick looking for options. Just sends it over everyone. And out of play. McGinty was her nearest option. Just based off the body language. I think she was expecting McGinty to make a run there. The junior midfielder trying to be just a sure option down the line rather than take, I guess, the figurative home run shot. Here's Cebu. Rosenbaum. And now here goes Crown Point again. It's Riley Beach. Rosenbaum. They trying to clear, no success. Lemke looking for Beach. Hallett got a piece of it, but it's still there for Crown Point. 7 minutes to go in the match. Bulldogs trying to build and tack on one more to their already substantial 3-goal lead here late in the match. Lemke for Grish. Cebu goes behind her. Vester. I was looking for an open Emma Lemke. And now here's Mia Smith on a run. Can she get there? No, she can't. Petrovska just plays it safe for Crown Point, which is what you want from your back line at this stage of the match. Valparaiso, still 2 matches to play. A difficult road match, but one that I'm sure with their talent, they feel confident they could win. As Billick sends that one way out of play. They travel to Lake Central next Tuesday for their conference finale. Lake Central, always a good team, usually finishing in the top 2 to 3 in the league. Lone loss so far for the Lake Central Indians came in overtime on the road at Crown Point. It was back in the beginning of September. LC, important match though tonight against Chesterton. Looking forward to seeing the results of that. Yes, one of those teams will end tonight, barring a draw, from having 2 losses in the league, which we know now is going to take him out of Doolin Conference Championship contention. Meanwhile, Crown Point in the pole position with a match to go, and any other team that could possibly pass them have all since lost to them once the final 4 minutes and 45 seconds of this one evaporate off the clock. Schwarzkopf trying to win that ball back for Valparaiso. Allen got right into the back of Cebu. Beach down the line looking for Rosenbaum. Allen does a nice job taking that one away. And the Vikings clear. Final 4 minutes. Valparaiso, to finish up the point on their schedule, will close on October the 2nd at Highland. 7:30 p.m. kickoff in that one for those looking to make the trip. Look at the pace here from Gabby Billick. Billick bursting through. Got around a defender. Billick looking for options. Smith was there. She passes it behind Smith. And the run was short-lived for Valparaiso. Billick, though, so it's really impressive tonight. Same with Grace Ely. Despite what the possible final score could look like, those two have played great for the home side of Vikings. That's going to be, flag is up. And a handball. Once again, another reminder coming up after the full-time whistle. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll have full post-game report. We'll have final stats, numbers, and then we'll hand out our 3 post-game awards. The Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, the Blue Collar Player of the Game, presented by Boilermakers Local 374, and the Proud to be Union Play of the Game. That's all coming up after the full-time whistle. We're 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from that occurring. But Crown Point, they're not done yet. They want one more for good measure. San Juan says no to that opportunity on the throw-in for Cebu. Already a goal on the night for her 12th. Vester couldn't handle it. San Juan trying to go quick, playing it down the line. No one really home for her. Billick looking for options, trying to find Smith. Overshot her just a little bit. As we've entered the final 90 seconds of the match, Sam quick lays claim to that one, and that will be about all she wrote in this one. So Crown Point will pick up win number 13 before the month of October. And for the third year in a row, they are on their way to start 6-0 in Doolin Conference play. Valparaiso, though, 7-5-1. Once the 55 seconds run off this scoreboard tonight. 4-2 in Doolin play, but still alive to finish second place, depending on other results around the conference as well as their final match at Lake Central. Cebu driving in with 30 seconds. Rihanna Grish plays it back for Cebu. That's a great save by Murphy. And that right there will be a positive that Valparaiso can take away and leave on a high note with.
Ten.
10 seconds left. And they will just pin it along that far touchline. And full time is here. Crown Point, for the third year in a row, starts 6-0 in Duneland Conference play. And the Bulldogs and Dave Bach's program have now won 21 consecutive conference matches dating back to September of 2022. Final score, Crown Point 3, Valparaiso 0. We'll take our final break of the night, the post-game report. Yes, coming up next, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here on the Region Sports Network. Kevin Malay with you as we wind down the night here in Valparaiso following Crown Point's 3-0 victory over Valparaiso. The visiting players make their way towards the strong section of visiting fans that have made the journey over from Crown Point as the Bulldogs came away with another victory, their 6th in conference play this season. They're now 13-1 overall on this 2025 season. The goals tonight all belong to Crown Point. Lily Maldonado scored 11 minutes into the first half. It was her first career varsity goal, a great strike from outside the area. Then the second half began with an own goal from Valparaiso. Anna Petrovska had the last touch on it, so if it's ruled for her, it will be her first goal of her varsity career. And last but not least, it had to be Addie Cebu, who was everywhere on the pitch on the attack for Crown Point. Got one 15 minutes into the second half. Her 12th on the season. She remains second on the team in goals behind Hannah Pesic, who played limited minutes tonight, the team leader, with 14 goals. Final tallies tonight. Shots overall, Crown Point 6 to Valparaiso's 5. Bulldogs had 5 of those 6 shots on target. Valparaiso, 3 of those 5 were on target for the Vikings. All 3 of those coming in the second half after they just mustered 1 shot off target in the first 40 minutes. Time to name the Crowd Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowd Companies, the insurance professionals, and the Crowd Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game tonight was Lily Maldonado, who picked up her first career varsity goal. Congratulations to her, the freshman scoring what would be the winning goal tonight. Obviously, they'd take on 2 more insurance goals in the second half, but Maldonado's goal in the 11th minute was the difference. Tom Manning, the blue-collar player of the game tonight, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And that honor tonight goes to the senior Grace Ely, who was everywhere on the defense for Valparaiso. She played great tonight in limiting the attack in the first half. Only 2 shots in total in that first half for Crown Point. A lot of that was because of the way she played in the back four. She was everywhere, and she was tonight's blue-collar player of the game. Last but certainly not least, it's time to name the Proud to Be Union Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. And that belongs to the opening goal from Lily Maldonado, not just because it was her first of her varsity career, but what a strike it was. Outside the area, it chipped it over everyone and kind of caught the goalkeeper, Lorelei Murphy, off guard entirely. She was late to react to it because I don't think anyone was expecting Maldonado to shoot that ball. but she did, and it paid off, and it eventually started the avalanche. So it was the 3-goal night for Crown Point. That was tonight's Ironworkers 395 play of the game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395, Union Strong. So Valparaiso falls to 7-5-1 on the season. They're back in action on Tuesday, September 30th on the road at Lake Central. They fall to 4-2 in Duneland play. Could still be in third place at the end of the night. Meanwhile, Crown Point now improves to 13-1 overall, 6-0 in Duneland competition. Have all but secured another conference championship in the DAC. Their next action will be on September 27th. That is this Saturday when they will travel to Westfield. That's going to do it for us tonight. Special thanks to our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, our operations manager, Rich Castillo, our sales manager, Heather Ames, coordinating producer, Zach Miller, and our sports director, Mike Dewan. Our producer tonight, Zach Zanelli. Paul Vela was our camera operator. The coaches of each side, Dave Bach for Crown Point and Rob Cespedes for Valparaiso. It's the athletic directors. Thank you so much for having us. Bill DeRula for Crown Point, Stacey Adams of Valparaiso. And last but certainly not least, to the viewers like you at home at Facebook/Region Sports Nation, YouTube/Region Sports, regionsports.com, and the IHSAA Champions Network. This is Calvin Later saying so long from Valparaiso. You've been watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the